Hello, good afternoon. It's Adil Fazal here bringing you a review of the European markets, and I'm back, yes, from a little small hiatus. Certainly a small little holiday there, and now back to give you hopefully 2 day reports, one in the morning, one in the evening, after the action has occurred. Certainly we'll be going into that with you folks, okay, so we'll be more active hopefully in 2019 going forward. Please be sure to visit my website again, www.inter-market-analysis.com. Again, I continue to update the actual market there as well. I'll update market charts, etc., analysis throughout the day. Also, visit my details regarding my mentoring program. That's still certainly active on a one-to-one basis, and also the live trading service. You can certainly join that at £50 a month, or alternatively, if you open up an account at CFDs.com. Okay, if you email me once you've opened it and if you are actively trading it, I'll add you onto the live trading service for free. And that is obviously if you continue trading, you'll continue to remain on the live trading service. Okay, so that certainly is an offer for 2019 for those of you that want to join the live trading analysis, live trading service for free and gain access to my day trades, and not only day trades but obviously market analysis throughout the day, charts, obviously trade setups, etc., trading European, US indices and forex as well. Okay, now in terms of the market action today, let's go through that with you. Let's bring up the chart, the FTSE really, I think that depicts it. Okay, quite a powerful short squeeze. So the overnight sell-off as we witnessed in the S&P, let's bring up the S&P chart for you. Quite a vicious sell-off, weekly chart as you can see flushing quite substantially. Okay, breaking below, okay. We did test previous resistance equal support around the 24.87 zone. Market obviously short squeezing today on the back of the not so dovish obviously Mr. Powell FOMC. Okay, market certainly expected even further, expected a change or a shift, and obviously concerns regarding global growth, concerns regarding China as well. Certainly is very, very negative given the fact that we had a pivot high of 29.50 back down to 2500. I mean, that is quite a substantial sell-off on the S&P 500, so more than 20% thus far. Okay, in terms of the FTSE, then let's go back to the FTSE 100. Today we had the BOE keeping interest rates stagnant. Okay, a 9-0 vote. Okay, to keep interest rates on hold. Therefore, take that into consideration. Market certainly had short squeezed higher to a large extent, as you can see, negating the sell-off in the US markets overnight. Market certainly has short squeezed almost 100 points, so quite impressive. It's actually almost closed the gap at 6766. Certainly not expecting that gap to close, given the fact that there's no overt bullish news. Yes, we have had retail sales coming in stronger than expected on the UK front, and yes, we have had the BOE. Certainly no indication of a drastic shift towards the dovish side. Either way, that is the status quo at present in terms of the FTSE 100. Oil prices still remain subdued, still remain weak. Again, Asian markets down overnight as well. Let's bring up the daily chart, the FTSE, give you an insight there for those of you that trade the FTSE on a daily basis. Quite an impressive bottoming tail, by the way. Keep that in mind. Obviously, we had this bear flag, it's played out. Given the fact that this tail, if it can hold, it's quite impressive, folks, given the fact that US markets flushed quite substantially overnight. Weekly chart, the FTSE, key support certainly is being defended around that 6650 zone. Obviously, if that gives away, then you are looking at a next level below, which is around the 6450, so watch out there as well. Obviously, we've got a lot of uncertainty regarding Brexit. Okay, talk of a potential second vote now. Okay, that may well be doing the rounds, or is doing the rounds, given the fact that Amber Rudd alluded to it. So again, certainly take that into consideration as well. Let's go into the smaller time frame of the FTSE for those of you that trade that actively. Double bottom support certainly has held. Bottoming tail quite impressive. Support zone around the 6670 to 6645. Very tough support, and certainly is expected to hold unless obviously this market throws another curveball. Okay, so you do have this bearish engulfing candle on a 60-minute chart. Market certainly expected to hold that. If you break out above that, then you are looking at resistance at 6790. Potential resistance is back up here around the 6860 zone. And then you've got resistance to this key zone here as well. Watch out this zone 650, and then obviously you're looking at 6900. So 6850 and 6900. So, but for now, let's see if this market can break through that 6760 zone. We've short squeezed quite powerfully there, which is quite impressive. If you look at the 10-minute chart, we've actually retraced up to fib 75%. Certainly expecting that fib 75% to hold and looking for the FTSE to flush lower, given the fact that we've already short squeezed 100 points, which is quite impressive. Okay. And especially US equities certainly pushing higher as well. So A lot of factors there indicating for a potential move lower. So keep an eye on that, folks, in terms of the next move there on the FTSE 100. Okay, so certainly looking for a move lower there. Okay, now in terms of the other indices, European indices have been relatively weak and certainly a cause for concern. As you can see, the German DAX here holding that double bottom and closing that gap. And therefore one would expect a potential bounce, but the bounce has been feeble thus far, which isn't a good sign from my perspective anyway. Okay, so you are looking at potential gap here, gap fill, okay, around the 10,760 zone, and then you've got previous support equals resistance around the 10,700. Weekly chart, the German DAX, if we obviously continue to flush lower, then you are looking at potential support around the 10,100. Certainly isn't looking good for the German DAX at the moment. It's certainly looking very bearish on the weekly chart. Okay, 60-minute chart, again, double bottom certainly is being held, and the daily chart obviously has closed that gap below. In terms of the French CAC, let's give you an insight there for those that trade it. Okay, daily, or we'll start off with the weekly, given the fact that the market's been butchered as of late. Okay, obviously we had support of 10,730, that certainly has cracked, and you are looking at support now at 4,600 if this market continues to flush, which certainly isn't looking exactly bullish at present. Okay, daily chart, obviously we've broken below, really is in no man's land now. The next potential gap on the French CAC is seen around the 4,630 zone. Okay, so watch out below 4,630. One of the bearish arguments for me this morning really is the fact that European equities have absolutely failed to rally with the FTSE. That certainly isn't a good sign. Okay, that certainly is a negative sign from in my book anyway. And again, US equities certainly have bounced quite sharply, 24.75 on the S&P, currently touching 25.10, so a 35-point rally in the S&P. And look at the French CAC. That doesn't bode well at all. Okay, that's my interpretation thus far anyway. Okay, in terms of the Euro stocks as well, again, I've tried to go long on that twice this morning. Both really failed. I was looking for it. I mean, I had expected the gap to close, or even attempt to close at 3040, retesting previous support equals resistance. Certainly hasn't been the case, and that certainly isn't good news at all. Looking at the daily chart on the Euro stocks again, I mean, you got double bottom, so therefore one would have argued it would have bounced sharply, but the weekly chart really is in no man's land, and the next potential support you've seen at 2930. So again, watch out below. Okay, I think that's a good summation really of European indices. Again, like I said, I'll attempt to do it twice daily from now on. Okay, one in the morning pre-market, one in the evening post-market, and give my insight understanding for those that want to follow. And again, please be sure to visit my website there, www.inter-market-analysis.com. I'll share my insights, charts, etc. analysis. Those that want to learn into market analysis, I have the mentoring program, and those that want to join me on my day trading service, gain access to my real-time charts analysis via WhatsApp, and join my WhatsApp group there, which is usually charged at £50 a month, but you can get that for free if you open up an account at CFDs.com. and email me once you've started to trade. Okay, on that note, please be sure to take it easy in terms of your trading, especially given the fact that we are going into a low volume, almost a zero volume, obviously close, given the festive period. Just be careful, especially you are looking at violent swings given the lack of volume, and be sharp, trade sharp, or as they say, think like a fundamentalist, trade like a technician. Goodbye now.